Anybody who grew up with me knows that superheroes made a huge impact on who I was and who I'd become in the future. Now, the superhero movies that came out during the time I was growing up were kind of disappointing. Now, they weren't the worst superhero movies at all, but they really don't compare to what we have now. This is my list of top 5 most disappointing superhero movies.
I prowl the rooftops and alleyways at night, searching for justice. Blind justice. A guardian devil.
Number 5, Daredevil. Well, first off, the hero looks like he's wearing a costume made of fruit roll-ups. And we start off with this big cliche explanation of how he became Daredevil. That's right. Toxic waste and avenging his dad. Then it explains the hardships of being a superhero. All this build-up for a cheesy, contrived love story that they care more about than character development. The movie is basically one big music video for all those 90s alternative rock bands you forgot about.
I'll find you.
The only thing this movie is good at is showing you how god-awful Daredevil is as a hero. Number 4, The Hulk, 2003. Now, I never really cared for the Hulk, but boy, did this movie make me never want to watch a single Hulk movie ever again. It was really slow, the characters were emotionless, and they whispered the whole time.
What did you do to me?
I had a visit today. A very unwelcome visit. I'm afraid my hand is being forced.
They added panels in it to make it look more stylized and look more like a comic book, but this only made it more confusing to follow and kind of silly looking. Now, I'm not even going to get into Hulk Poodle, because whoever came with that idea is dumb. Nothing is going to strike fear into the hearts of anybody with Hulk Poodle. At least, at the very least, this movie inspired a reboot.
What are you? That's what the woman asked me. Am I some sort of ghost?
Number 3, The Spirit. With the rise of popularity in the comic book stylistic movies such as 300 and Sin City, Frank Miller decided he was going to direct one all by himself, and failed miserably in this drug trip gone wrong, only known as The Spirit. It's a myriad of scenes and characters Frankenstein together to make one huge vomitous mass. View at your own risk. The only redeemable thing is that it looks kind of cool. Sometimes. Aw, hello. I am a Catwoman. I do cat things. I pounce around and land on my feet, and I purr and hiss and eat tuna and play with catnip and take cat naps.
I'm sorry, what was that? Allergies?
And I'm pretty sure that's what the person who made this movie thought a Catwoman did too. In fact, I'm almost positive the writer did not know that Catwoman was a character in Batman. I'm perfect. The movie is about Patience, a really timid girl who gets resurrected by a horrible-looking CGI cat, and then starts doing all these cat cliches like purring and, eating tuna and playing with catnip, and she starts stealing things and for no reason. And it's just like such a horrible plot that even Halle Berry got a Razzie Award for this after getting an Oscar the year before. Originally, the film was going to be made after the popularity of Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, But 12 years later, they had no direction of what this film was supposed to be, and the fan base was completely gone, so they just put something together. And it just feels that way. It just feels like someone just wrote a script about a Catwoman. But really, we don't even know who the audience is supposed to be. I mean, you can assume that it's women, because it kind of seems like you're watching a chick flick with a Catwoman in it. But it can't be women, because they start putting Halle Berry in this porn outfit. And okay, maybe they were writing on the sex appeal of Halle Berry, but if they were doing that, then maybe they shouldn't have made her CG in almost every single scene. Seriously, and this wasn't even good CG. It was just terrible CG.
So you really used to kill people. It's what I'm good at.
And my number one most disappointing movie of all time for me is Elektra. I don't know whose great idea was it that, since Daredevil was such a profound movie and all, to make a spin-off of it that has nothing to do with the original. We have Elektra, and its worst crime is that it's boring.
My name's Elektra, Dad.
Like the tragedy. Your parents must have had a sense of humor.
Not really.
I mean, I can totally deal with a superhero movie being cheesy, contrived, kind of silly, dumb even, but when it's boring, it defeats the purpose. Superhero movies are supposed to be fun, and if they're not, this movie just takes all the fun out of having a superhero movie. And then, there is some action, but it's, it really offsets the whole tone of the movie, because there'll be, like, tattoos coming to life, and ninjas turning into yellow smoke after they die, and this annoying child fighter girl. And another thing that annoys me about this movie is Jennifer Garner's perma duck face. It's like in every scene. But I'm not going to give her too hard of a time about it, because I'm pretty sure that's just what her face looks like. Now, obviously, I didn't mention some of the worse films like Steel and Batman and Robin, but I didn't actually grow up watching those movies. They were a little bit before my time, and these were the movies that I grew up with and that I watched, and I was even disappointed about them from a young age. What were the movies that really disappointed you? Which superhero movies would be on your list? Put your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe.